What's up everyone, I'm GT John. So today I'm going to finally do the final video of what's been wrong with my Mustang. You guys probably seen the transmission problem video that I've had. If not, I'll put a link to it. You can check that one out. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys know and kind of show you guys one of the major problems I've been having. But first, let's roll the video and we'll jump right into it. Alright, so as you guys may or may not remember in the last video, if you've seen it where I had the transmission problem, the binding up feeling that I was having, like when I was driving and it felt like something was binding up, it was a misfire that I had because of the spark plugs, which again, as I said before, it was entirely my fault. It's a preventative maintenance thing that I should have done when I first got the car, knowing that the car was almost at 80,000 miles, and that's when you're supposed to change the spark plug. So if you guys are familiar with the 3-valve 4.6 liter motor, whether it's the motor in the Mustang or the motor in the truck, Expedition, Explorer, whatever it may be, the 3-valve 4.6 liter motor came with that notorious two-piece spark plug. I almost said drive shaft there. It came with that notorious two-piece spark plug. And they're only good for 80,000 miles. Now this is notorious for breaking inside the engine. So what ended up happening when I was changing the spark plugs is one of them, well actually it was two of them, broke inside. The two-piece, the metal part broke off inside the motor and actually stayed down in the head. And if you know, it's a pain in the ass to try and get out. Now, luckily, one of the little small town shops that are nearby my house they're pretty nice, and they let me borrow the tool. There's a specific tool to remove the spark plugs out of this particular engine. It was quite a pain in the ass to do, but I was able to get both of them out. So, as you can see, this is one of the ones that broke, and I keep dropping them. You know what a normal spark plug's supposed to have. It's supposed to have that metal part right there. Now, after I got the spark plugs changed, I thought that would be it. I thought it would be perfectly good. But after I got them changed, I started it up and there was a pretty bad engine knock, which if you guys have ever done spark plugs, that may be normal to you. That's what people told me, that slight engine knock was normal, and it's actually just the engine burning off the little carbon that got loose. Well, one of the other problems that I was having is I threw a code and I'm like, oh crap. So I ended up changing, it threw a code and I read it, and it ended up being ignition coils, which you can see that one and that one right there are new compared to the old ones. It threw a code for this one, it was like bank 2, and you could hear this one, it sounded like it was arcing against the engine head there, so I ended up changing that one as well. So I went and I changed them. If you guys know, the ignition coils are not cheap on this car because they're made specifically for this. They're not cheap, but anyways, I did just go with the regular OEM replacements. I wasn't trying to do anything fancy or anything too expensive. So after finally getting them changed out, I started the car up and it was still puffing, and I was wondering what it was. Well, I was finally able to figure it out. It was coming from this ignition coil here. So I took it all back apart again. You got to disconnect that and unscrew the nut and everything. I pulled it back out and I backed the spark plug off, and what it actually was that there was so much carbon buildup in there that it had actually, when I unscrewed when I loosened up the spark plug, it had actually got into the threads of the engine head. So when I was putting it back down, it didn't go all the way down. It was hitting the carbon and made me think that it was all the way down. So I was able to back it out and I was able to tighten it up even more. And then that's what ended up being okay. So then I fired it up and she drives like a dream now. So I'm hoping to maybe get a track day in coming up real soon now that we got that done. So there is a few other problems I'm having with this car, which I'm going to do like an everything wrong with my car video. But anyway, she's back up and running. I have been driving her around for the last few weeks. This video, I should have recorded it a while, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely want to stay tuned because later this week, coming up this Friday, I'm hoping to get a track day video, so you don't want to miss that for sure. So anyways, subscribe. Thanks for watching.